Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So happy to have all of you here today. So some weeks ago a lovely subscriber left me a comment which I'll put here asking me to film this video that I'm going to be filming today. So I hope that this video answers your question, and I hope that it helps anybody else who may have a similar question as the subscriber did. So let's get right into the video. So I'm not going to go into too much of detail in terms of the application process when you're in grade 11, because I feel like there are so many videos on YouTube of other South African students who have gone into much more detail in terms of how to apply and all of those small intricate things. I will just be mentioning more of the most important things and exactly what I went through when I was applying myself in grade 11. So I'll be focusing on grade 11 mainly and not so much in matric, because that's what the question was focused on. So the first thing I would say is the most important once you enter into grade 11 would be from day one, work your butt off from the start, literally, because obviously when you're applying at university for the first time, you're going to be applying with your grade 11 results. So you want to make sure that every single term you are performing well and that your results are reflecting that, so that once you apply and you have good results already, you're already starting off from a good place, you know, so that when you finally get to matric and you have good matric results, everything is sorted. The second thing I would say is that make sure that you're aware of all of the closing dates for all the applications. So that would be obviously applying for your degree as well as applying for your NBT test. So doing your NBT test is very important when you're applying to health sciences. So you want to make sure that you're aware of all the dates and that you do all of your tests and you submit all of your applications before the closing dates, because if you miss those closing dates, that would really risk your chances of being accepted into that specific degree. So if I do remember, which my memory might not be that great, I think it was when I was applying in grade 11, I used either my term 2 results or my term 3 results. I can't really remember. But yes, you also want to make sure that those results are really good. So those are the results that I used and I applied with them. Depending on what university you're applying at, it differs. So when I was applying at WITS, I applied for they give you 3 options to apply. So I put in all 3. My first one was medicine, which is what I wanted to do. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, the second one was physiotherapy, and the third was biological sciences. We'll get into detail in terms of what I applied for a little bit later on, but like I said, it differs between universities. At WITS you have 3 options, at UP I think it's 2, and at UCT it's also 2, and those are the only 3 universities I applied at. So based on your grade 11 results, the universities will contact you and let you know whether you've been given provisional acceptance. So based on those results, they will determine whether or not they accept you, but they'll be waiting for your matric results to give you the final confirmation that you've actually been accepted. Okay, so in grade 11 you get your provisional acceptance. I think it's grade 11. I don't think you get it in grade 12. Please do correct me in the comments if I'm making a mistake, but I do believe that you get your provisional acceptance in grade 11, and then once you graduate and then once you matriculate and you have really good matric results, then you get your final confirmation in terms of being accepted into the degree. In terms of my personal experience, I will put in an image of what my grade 11 results look like, just that you have an idea of, you know, what of how I got into physiotherapy. Yeah, so the story with me is that I did mention something like videos ago, but I will repeat it again. So like I said, I applied in grade 11, right, with my grade 11 results that you've seen that I inserted here. I applied at WITS for medicine, my first option, second option physio, third option biological sciences. Okay, so my matric results came out the next year. Unfortunately, I didn't get into medicine, but I did get into physiotherapy and biological sciences. So a couple of days after, I went to the university to go and register for physiotherapy, only to find out that I was too late and that the closing dates had passed and that they had too many students and I didn't have any space for me. So I didn't get into physiotherapy after matric. This was in 2018. I didn't get into physiotherapy. I went and registered for biological sciences. I was like, okay, you know what? It's cool. I'll go and do this BSc degree. finish the BSc degree and then I'll go and apply for GIMP and get into medicine. Okay, so if you don't know, GIMP is another way of graduates getting into medicine and you get into third year. So that was my plan. I did BSc for 1 year. After a couple of months of BSc, I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated that BSc, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to finish this degree. I cannot finish this degree. I can't see myself doing another year of this degree. The subject that we did there, I just was not interested in it at all. I was all about health, and there I was doing biology and chemistry, and I didn't like it. Okay, and also the thing with BSc is that it's really difficult to get a job once you have the degree, and there's just so much going on there. Usually people do BScs go into other degrees after anyways. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to waste my time just to enter into another degree later on. So then during that first year of BSc, I applied again at FITS for physiotherapy and medicine. No, I didn't apply for medicine. I applied for physiotherapy and I think pharmacy for some reason. I don't know, physiotherapy and pharmacy. I may have applied for medicine, I really cannot remember. Point is, the next year they accepted me for physiotherapy and I transferred into physiotherapy the next year. So that was at FITS, that's how I got into physiotherapy right now. The thing is, when I went to UP, when I applied at UP in grade 11, I had missed the NBT closing dates to apply there at UP. So then from the jump, they didn't accept me for physiotherapy or medicine or anything. Like literally, UP rejected me from the jump just because I forgot about the NBT. So this is why I'm literally putting so much pressure on you guys to make sure you're aware of all of the dates and that you do everything before the closing date, because that can literally ruin your chances of getting into the university. And with UCT, they had accepted me for physiotherapy, but it was like way after I'd applied. I'd already registered at FITS University. Another thing I would say is important in terms of applying for physiotherapy is obviously doing your job shadowing. I think you do this shadowing in grade 12 or grade 11. Again, I'm not sure, but it is important that you do this because you need it for your application to physiotherapy. So this is basically obviously where you go to a physiotherapy practice and you shadow a physiotherapist. So you just watch them for a couple of hours. There's a specific amount of hours that they require in your application for physio. So ensure that you complete all those hours again before the due date. So in terms of my subscribers question, I really hope that I answered your question. In terms of how to apply, it's pretty simple. You can look at the university prospectus, you can just go online, search apply to a specific university, all the instructions, all the details are there, or you can just go watch another YouTube video where they go into detail about applying. How I applied was literally open the website and fill in all of my details. And obviously when you're applying, it's really important that you have all the information. That means obviously have your results, have your MBT test results ready, have your job shadowing form that you filled in, have it ready to submit to them, have all of your information ready to submit and apply basically. My grade 11 results, they were quite decent. I think they were quite good personally, if I say so myself. So yeah, I think also to get into physiotherapy you need to have quite good grade 11 results as well. Good grade 11 results, good grade 12 results. I think it's better to be strong in your physics, your biology, your chemistry, I would say mathematics as well, even though you don't do maths in physiotherapy, but you have an overall good report, because that's always going to be beneficial for you. Whatever you're applying to do, you always need to have good results. That's what they look at, you know. So yeah, just make sure that's good. And yes, definitely guys, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on your matric results, but I would say focus on your grade 11 results just as much, because they're just as important. So from day one, from the jump, like, be focused and, you know, just work hard and you will get there, you know. So I do really hope that this video helped you. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you want me to clarify, because I feel like this video may have been a little bit all over the place and tricky to have understood, so if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comment section below. And I hope that you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.